Rangers 2, Celtic 2, 4 goal thriller, so to speak. And Rangers, we threw away 2 points there because Celtic were shite, and it's the shittest I've seen Celtic play under Ange against us. I mean, maybe you could go back to the first game when it was Gerrard in charge, but personally, I think this was abysmal from a Celtic point of view. I mean, the first half, it was not a good show for Scottish football on the whole because both teams could not pass a ball. It was abysmal from Rangers, right? But let's just get into it. It's a bright enough start for Rangers. Kent gets a shot away, blah, blah, blah. There's a tackle. Morelos wins the ball. He then tries a pass across the field, right? And it's unforgivable from Morelos, right? But it's equally as bad for Tav. And all you're going to get is Morelos getting fucking slandered for this. And rightfully so, right? But people need to look at Tavernier. Defensively, he is so bad. He's so shit. And this was inexcusable. And again, even Goldson at this goal. Maida just glides past him now. I think out the three, obviously Goldson is the least to blame because he's kind of like his momentum's taking him into Maida, and Maida's it's just so easy for Maida to glide. He's so quick, right? But again, it's still shite for Goldson. But for Tavernier, man, all he's got to do is empty him, you know. And it stays at 0-0, and who knows how that first half goes if Celtic don't score, because that deflates you, man. It does. It deflated the entire stadium. After this, we had a few chances. I mean, Morelos closed down Joe Hart, forced him into a mistake. Then finds, I believe it was Kamara, who finds Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent, I mean, it's an alright shot. Joe Hart tips it onto the post. We have a few Morelos headers from corner kicks. But they don't go in. Again, I mean, he should score, but he doesn't score. And then we go into the second half, because Celtic in that first half, man, there are a couple of like crosses that went across the box, so to speak, but, you know, like no one got on the end of them. Like Al McGregor was just not tested, you know, really not tested by Celtic. We go into the second half, you're thinking, right, 1-0 down, come on. Like, I'm not saying you bit someone's hand off for a draw going into that second half, but a draw wouldn't have seemed as bad. But we get the goal. Ryan Kent, phenomenal, man. It reminded me of the goal he scored at Celtic Park like 3 years ago. Brilliant goal. Joe Hart can't get anywhere near it. Sakala with the assist. We then get another great opportunity straight after this where Sakala is played through. He absolutely sends Starfelt, and as Starfelt brings him down, penalty to Rangers. Tavernier steps up, half redeems himself for the first goal, makes it 2-1. But you know what? If it finished 2-1 Rangers, I couldn't give a shit about the mistakes, right? I couldn't. Right? I honestly could not. But then, you know, we have numerous chances to make it 3-1. We were the much better team. Celtic were shite. See this element of, Celtic are invincible, Celtic are going to smoke the league. If Rangers turn up, there's no reason why we can't challenge for the league title, and today's proof of that, right? I know Celtic were bad, but there is an element of Celtic were that bad. Rangers actually turned out alright if you factor in the second half, and we still couldn't beat them. But I fear for the future under Beale. There was a lot of promise. We still are a work in progress, you know. But, you know, as bad as the mistakes were, I think the worst mistake today was bringing on Scott Wright and James Sands. Get these two out the fucking club. Scott Wright is abysmal. He's fucking shit. How this guy holds a Rangers shirt, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm wearing a Rangers shirt. I've done more for Rangers than what Scott Wright's ever done. And this guy's played in Europa League final for Rangers. James Sands, absolute shite. Gets the ball about 25 yards out, stands and looks for a pass, and then just loses it. Shite. Absolute shite. It was fucking atrocious. I don't want to say any more about it. I'm depressed. It feels like a loss, you know. It really does. It feels like a massive L. After this, we didn't really have any more chances. I honestly thought, fuck, if Celtic win this 3-2, I might not see it the night. I might stick a noose. Good night. Thankfully, though, none of that stuff did happen. But we didn't get a winner. And it says it's a title-defining goal here for Jonathan Sunderland. And, man, it's, you know, you win, you close it to 6 points, and it's just, you know, it's just a lot more likely going into the rest of the season. There's 2 Old Firm games to go. You think Celtic might slip up, but again, are Rangers truly going to win every game towards the end of the season? Probably not. But then again, Celtic probably won't either. But again, guys, very disappointing. There's a lot of players that need to go. A lot of players need to rise up. Like, I get Tav, you know, fucking big nosebleed, scored a penalty, but defensively the guy's shit. Like, it needs to be said. He is pish. But in terms of my man of the match, I'll give it to Fashion Sakala. I've been a critic of him, but you know what? He changed the game numerous times. Now, there was instances where he was absolute shite, and the jury is still out on Sakala. Like, 1 minute he's the worst footballer on the pitch, the next minute he looks unplayable to a degree with his pace. But yeah, we saw the best and the worst of Sakala, but for some players, we just saw the worst. I thought Goldson was absolute shite the day. Morelos again, when he got involved, created chances, but again, kind of gave away the first one. But anyway, guys, that'll do it for this video. Check out Fog Football for other reviews. Edinburgh Derby will get them reviewed soon. But until next time, Rangers 2, Celtic 2, and the league is effectively over.